that cheese is. You have another one to pull because that's also a lot of cheddar cheese on there. You are generous with the toppings.
Yes. And look at that. Just and here, okay, so let's talk about cooking tips to get, because people always say, well, Ralph, they look great when they're here, but how do I make them look like that at my house? Undercook them. Okay. So cook them, cook them all right. But as soon as you see that cheese kind of like shiny and bubbling, take them out, because as soon as they start sitting, the cheese is going to go back to normal. Okay. So if you want that really luxurious kind of like creamy cheese and that pull, undercook them slightly, and this is what you're going to get.
And how long is that going to take? So walk me through. I get them home. I put them in the freezer.
Sure.
How do I prepare these?
From frozen, you're going to take them, put them in your air fryer about 15, 16 minutes. What I do is I spray a little bit of my favorite oil on the bottom just to kind of get that crisp a little bit. And then every like 4 or 5 minutes, give them a good shake. But every 4 or 5 minutes, take a look at them. When they start looking like this is kind of the, when we get a chance, we're showing you all the things you can do with them. Breakfast. Consider this like your best hash brown ever. Center of the plate with your steak. And then I love this when you have like a chili. And here we go. So when they look like this, let's get as close as we can. You see that? You can see kind of like the oils from the cheese. The bacon isn't too crispy. This is where you want them to get that best pull and that best bite. Okay, so and if I was hearing you properly, 16 minutes, cook, and then check them every 4, and it's gonna, like probably the next 4 minutes, you're gonna see that cheese get really bubbly. Yeah, so think of like, you know how you take a steak out and you let it rest? Yeah. Same thing with here. Let them rest, because they're gonna kind of go back to that state of kind of harder cheese, so get them while they're hot. Now, do you love the potato on there? And then we leave the skin on. We should talk about that. I like the skin on. Okay. I also, everything's better with cheese in my estimation. Everything's better with cheese and the bacon. It's absolutely delicious. It also just reminds me, again, I wasn't making potato skins at home. It was one of my favorite appetizers to order at every restaurant from 1980 and beyond. And then all of a sudden, you don't see them on the restaurant menus anymore. No. There are no potato skin apps anymore. I'm like, well, what happened to my favorite appetizer of life? Now you have them from Kansas City Steak Company, which is a steak company that has been providing steaks and chops to restaurants since the 30s. So you know how to make sides. You know, you make us baked potatoes, but this is different than that, twice baked potato. Yeah, walk us through how you make these. Okay, so we take smaller Idaho potatoes. We scoop just enough, okay? Just a little bit. And then I'm going to show you on my board here. And look at here. We scoop just enough, and then we load in the cheese and the bacon. So every bite you get has just enough cheese and just enough bacon. But what's great is we leave that little potato intact. So you kind of feel like you're eating something substantial. And I want to react to what you said about how they're not on menus anymore. I think chefs are too fancy these days. That's what I think, because this is just the OG. This goes back to when it was just simple cheese, potato, and bacon. And I think you're going to get that same wow factor because you don't get these anywhere else. They're not in the freezer section. And they are super hearty, because as Chef is showing you, it's not like you scooped out all the potato and it's just the potato shell. Great point. With some cheese and also some bacon. There's lots of potato there, as you're seeing. It's almost like you just scooped out enough to be the cradle for that really great cheddar cheese and the bacon. This is a price that goes up. The easy pay goes away at the end of the day. It's 5 easy payments of $16, free shipping and handling. If you want to make a topping bar, I recommend that. But these with your eggs in the morning, I love the idea of the potato skins with the chili, the potato skins with a really great steak. We actually have some turkey burgers that are coming up. We've got some shrimp that's coming up. This is the side for everything. Basically, when's the last time you saw a potato skin on a restaurant? Well, you don't need to wait anymore. And you don't need to go, what happened to my favorite side? Put that in your cart and check out, and 131847 is your item number, and lock in auto delivery.
Guess what I just saw? I just saw Rachel do an off-camera bite. Because the host does the on-camera